Well, welcome to Badger's Penalty Landed in my garden with me and Scott. Today we're doing quarterfinals into semi-finals. Are France any good? Has Spain lost the spark? More corruption, more VAR, more penalties, red cards, all that coming up next. Right, Scott, let's get into it. We've got 4 quarterfinal games to get to, lead into this week's semi-finals. Should we start with France-Morocco, which I thought was disappointing. I expected more from Morocco up front, and I think not having Saibari up front, then not playing Brahimi, which was a weird decision, and going like basically they all had to go. At one point, Diaz up front, then it was El Khanous, and then Taibi, who hadn't started, he got a wee shot, and none of them did anything. So we'll get back to them. But France, we have blown smoke up their arse for 3 weeks, and I just thought, you guys don't actually know what to do when a team sits there and just waits for you. You've no idea. There's no plan. The plan is get it to Mbappé and hopes he gets half yard and scores. All they're waiting for is teams to come out a little bit, and then they hit on the counter. And I mean, it works. Like they've got the penalty that way. I'm a little bit. I'm like, are you any good?
Yeah. I'll tell you why I think that they are is because they still take teams out. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you're going to list that the next time, but what was the final score?
2-0.
2-0. So one, all they need is that first goal, and then teams have to come out and then do what they did, Dembele score.
But for that 60 odd minutes, you're like, well,
oh, but that's football. Football, you have to sometimes wait for your opportunities. That's just football, and they took that opportunity. The penalty situation kind of annoys me a fair bit because of how long it took, and I think that's not great for whoever's taking it.
Well, did you see what basically the referee said to Mbappe? Oh, it's a penalty. Oh, wait, maybe it's not, and that's why the delay was. And
you should be able to figure that out very quickly. I don't think it should take as long as it did. The other thing, though, if that happens, somebody else should then take the penalty. I think if somebody's been standing there waiting the way the way Mbappe has, somebody like Dembele or Allister should go
3 minutes 10 seconds from the award to, and I mentioned said that because I mentioned Stefan, but Stefan watches on the iPods. I knew he was behind anyway. And I just said long wait. And like, you know what's coming here.
Well, we both said the same thing. We weren't confident by that just because of that length of time. And you're staring, you're waiting, you're staring, you're the keeper saying things, this, that, and the next thing.
Don't do the stupid stop-start penalty then. Just fucking leather it.
Yeah, we already talked
you can
about
wait as long as you want. It's still a crap penalty.
No, the penalty was crap from the way he took it to what he actually managed to get to the goal line. I just don't think you can expect somebody to make that length of time. And I think what happens there is because Dembele, they've done this before. Dembele held on to the ball until
I've seen a few teams do it. It's like the guy holds it just to so you're not just standing there waiting.
Yeah, and then
they made him replace it twice, and
as soon as it hits a certain amount of time, somebody else should go over and go, listen, I'll take it because you've been waiting there too long. You've been thinking about it far too long. Or just
not fucking take 3 minutes is the.
And that would be the ideal solution.
There's a few angles I saw where you're like, I don't think there was any contact. I think Mbappe's done it very well. He's got touch with the ball. Mazraoui's gone in, but Mazraoui knows what's happening, so he kind of doesn't do the follow through with his leg, which Mbappe's expecting, and Mbappe's going down. You're like, it's one of those it's a dive in a sense, but it's also not a dive because he's like, Mazraoui's made him kind of leave his feet or whatnot. It's one of those
it's a hard one because
when you start watching everything in slow motion, you're going to be like, oh, there's a millimeter in between his legs there. You're like, that's not how the game works.
Yeah. It's one of those ones that you can see given, you can see not given.
The one against Senegal was a fucking penalty. Oh, he's initiated the contact. That ball. It's like
I think it's you shouldn't dive in. If you dive in and you don't win the ball, that's you put yourself under pressure.
I always say don't make the referee make a decision. That's always especially when you go when you watch like non-league when there's no replays. Like don't leave your feet in the penalty box. You're going to get a penalty. That's the.
But I think the thing with France is that they just need to work it out and then get a chance to take that chance. And as I say, that's what happened.
And I don't think it's going to impact them going forward because they're playing good teams who won't sit back. Like Spain love the ball, so Spain will attack. No matter who they play out of England, Argentina will not sit back. So there is going to be space. I think Morocco will if we sit back, they're going to really struggle, and maybe we get a chance on the break, which they never really did.
So that was my biggest problem with Morocco, was they just had nothing about going forward. They thought, right, we'll just sit back, and you're like, but you're needing to do something. And I get it. Listen, they're in a catch-22. They don't like, but if we go forward a bit, they're going to catch us out. And I'm like, but they're probably going to work away around you anyway.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
And it's like, you better go down swinging sometimes rather than just kind of being a bit.
I think when you go 1-0, you go, well, 1-0's the same as 3-0. We're going to let's fucking go, and they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
But I think not having Saibari, then not having a recognised fault. Like Saibari's runs in behind would have been the ball. That'd have been what they would try to do, and they just didn't have that. And yeah, they weren't very good. I think France will be fine. I just worry that if teams go right, if we just sit with 2 banks of 4, they don't really know what to do with the ball. It's kind of like.
But by the same token, say for instance, to get to the final, it's England, and England go, right, okay, we'll just go defend. You're not going to win it either, because you're in your own half defending.
Yeah, I think England are better players than Morocco to like Anthony Gordon on the break, like Bellingham on the break. They'll cause more. But
they have to then like, initiate those kind of counter attacks, and that's again where you're then worried that if they get caught out with that, they're then going to play it straight back into your half, and you're going to have players missing. So
I also think a big factor's been the heat as well. I think it was 42 degrees on the field of that game, and like you don't want to press too much. You're kind of waiting for your more opportunities than you normally would, and I think that's been a factor. Maybe it's been a factor, as I was saying to you before. Like, I think from the round of 16 onwards, it's been a bit dull. Maybe the heat is just killing people with like fatigue and.
Well, plus, so you've got the heat of the game itself, which is really high. But you've also got the fact that you've had all these games played already,
and the travel,
and the pressure that comes with the knockout stages. I think it's just to be expected. I think you're right. I don't think they're kind of standout moments as such.
The best game they had was the Sweden game, that knockout game, because they just put Sweden to the sword. Like that was when you saw like, this France team is really good, and Sweden attacked a little bit and kind of paid for it. So Morocco were going, we're not going to make that fucking mistake. Like that's not. And yeah, Scott, they will play Spain in the semi-finals, who beat Belgium by 2-1. And when you look back, it's like Spain kind of saved by 2 goalkeeping mistakes.
So I think with Belgium, the interesting thing with Belgium is that they actually waited until the kind of knockouts before really turning up. I think their 2 best games were the last 2 games they played.
Yeah.
And as you say, a couple of goalkeeper mistakes kind of cost them in the game against Spain. I think it's just hard to break down Spain as well. They obviously got their goal, but you couldn't see where another goal was coming from in terms of a set pattern. They're trying different things. They were trying. They didn't sit back. They were trying to get forward and things.
I thought they looked better the last 2 knockout games. You can see a future away from like De Bruyne and Lukaku, and like a bit more legs in midfield. Like we're Raskin again had a good game. I think losing Tielemans before the game is a massive blow. That's like that, and then you're like, asking De Bruyne to kind of chase a Spanish midfield. I thought was going to be an issue, but you can't. Do you drop De Bruyne 2 games in a row? I think that's a really big call.
And to be fair, I don't think that they did kind of pass them off the park as such. I think it was kind of a near battle between the 2. And I think Raskin kind of went about the pitch just committing fouls and stuff that kind of made it a bit kind of stop-start a wee bit.
They had 68% possession, Spain. So Belgium had 11 touches inside the Spain box, and Spain had 41. So
yeah,
definitely dominant. They had their moments. This again, maybe not. They've got the talent, but it's hard to when you get the ball off that Spain team, to then you kind of have to do something again. But then again, I'm like, Spain, you were far to deceive. Like I'm expecting more from Yamal. Arazabal's disappeared the last
2 games, and that's what he does. I've watched his career for a number of years, and that's what he does. He has peaks and troughs, and at the moment
he had like 16 goals in 18 games, and then fucking then as soon as I start picking him for a goal assist or putting money on him, he fucking disappears.
Against Belgium, I can't remember really having any kind of real threat to him.
No,
I get a chance, but I couldn't think of it.
I like Dani Olmo in that 10. I think he's the one that's got that attacking intent that a lot of the Spanish players do. He likes to go forward first off, and I like that. Maybe again,
I do like Dani Olmo, but something would be if I'm Mikel Merino, I'd be talking to the manager store going, listen.
I would have, but I don't think Pedro's been great. That's why he got dropped. Obviously, Fabian Ruiz scores. But I'm like Marino. I'm like, well, can I be the Fabian Ruiz? Can I be that guy? Because I think Olmo adds a bit more of a I'm going to get in the box. Marino does maybe not as much. Like what I said to you, maybe if you start Marino, he doesn't score. That's
yeah, but that's the thing. It's because again, you could be in a catch-22 where he's wanted to start. He scored 2 goals. You fling him in, and he's more of an impact player. He does seem to enjoy the big games. If you've got games coming up, it's going to be 2 big games. But again, do you keep him his powder dry for the last 20 minutes plus possible extra time? It's
when people get a bit
tired.
People are
I just know if it was me, I'd be like, I want to start. Yeah, I want to play now. I think I've deserved that opportunity. Almost just very intelligent. He does kind of push forward.
It's getting the ball in the half turn and just like seeing those wee gaps. And it adds something that a lot of the Spanish players don't from midfield. They're very happy to be around the edge of the box. He's like, nah, I'm getting in there. And I'll find those gaps between Yamal and Arzabo and those kind of.
I think this, what I think is possibly the biggest kind of change, because there does seem to be a disconnect between this Spanish team and the one that won the Euros, and I think it might be the left hand side. I don't think Buena,
Benya,
I don't think he's been particularly bad. I don't think he's done anything particularly wrong. I think his lack of pace, he's a very kind of different player. Just unbalances a bit, and I think they go to the right far too much to Yamal because of that.
Yep.
So Nico obviously came off the bench.
He's alive. We saw him. He exists.
He does, yeah. He's, and they said he was fully fit. So I don't know how much I believe that. It'd be interesting to see. Even if they don't go there, do they bring Torres into the starting lineup? Do they try something else just with a bit more pace? But against France, are you better with your boy that doesn't, who does kind of have the ball a bit deeper? It's an interesting problem. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision.
The way that France play, and I've been looking at like Randall, the average position maps, and you look at where Koundé actually plays, he's pretty much the third midfielder. He plays like right centre mid. Like I want someone at Spain that's hugging that touchline. Like Koundé make a decision.
Deeper, yeah. You want something who's going to make him go back the way and think, oh, by the way, actually, I need to watch defensively.
And at least then, if you don't like Dembele's ain't going to do it, or Allister who's on that side has to kind of help.
Fairness, when that happens and Benya comes inside, Cucurella pushes forward, so you'd still possibly get that. But then, is Cucurella going to push as far forward?
You got Dembele It's such an interesting battle. Or like you've got like Allister against Rodri in that defensive mid position. You've got like Mbappé, because Mbappé loves to drift left. So against like Porro on that side, who you love, Pedro Porro. He doesn't stop messaging me how much you love Pedro Porro. Can't stop watching him. I was getting Porro updates.
So I said to Andrew, I don't understand how Pedro Porro gets in the team. Andrew did point out tactically it could be a good balance for them because it comes inside rather than goes overlapping with Yamal. But I'm a bit more old-fashioned in a sense of I want a right back who can actually defend when he needs to defend, and Porro can't do that. And now you've got the potential of Mbappé and either Dewey or Barcola, who's going to then. So you've not just got one, now you've got 2 superstar forwards.
And that's fascinating. Obviously, you got probably Luka Digne against Yamal and Saliba on that side. Really
so I think so. We have both seen Andrew slightly longer than me, Dean, throughout his career. You know, when did I see him first, Andrew? It was a youth tournament. Was it the World Cup or the Euros?
Yeah, it was the Under-20 World Cup that France won.
Under-20 World Cup.
2019.
But I think one of his biggest strengths, and I don't think I thought it at the time, but now, you know, as he's got matured and stuff, is defensively. He can get forward. He can get forward. That's the, you know, he's done that when he's had to. He can do that quite a few times with France. but I think he'll be disciplined enough. And Yamal's not been at his best.
I think I'd rather have Luka Digne than the Teo Hernandez or which one it is.
Yeah, well, the
left back,
Hernandez brothers.
Whichever one turns up, fucking like the fucking Bella twins could be any of them.
But
play a half each.
But so I think it's these kind of
but the one thing
odd.
The one thing that Dean's always I think one of the big reservations we have was that his Dean got that elite speed to be like a top left back, and obviously he's made like a massive career of it. But that's like Yamal could burn him, like, but he's savvy enough to know.
So I think listen, if he gets put into a foot race, he's gonna end badly for him. But I think he's got that nous now, especially he's in his kind of 30s, where he understands that and will probably stand off and kind of give Yamal space.
Well, I know you're coming inside, mate. Come on then.
So basically, there's the outside. On you go. If you're coming this side, then I'm going to take the ball off you.
And I think Yamal's getting. He's not getting found out, but I think you can see that teams are going. We know where you're going. You're not going to.
So I think the other thing with Yamal, so it's a load of pressure for a kid to begin with.
Yeah.
But I still don't think he's fully fit in terms of match sharpness and everything else that goes with it. And I think, as I say, the biggest issue is if you're not, and let's say he's 90% fit, right? Even if he's 90% fit. And the thing is, if you are then constantly being, oh, by the way, we need you, here's the ball, you've seen the ball so much, because as I say, they don't play it to the left, then of course you're going to get tired. Of course you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Because everything else comes along with it. And that's what I would be another concern for me if I was Spanish, is that I think it's a lot of pressure. He's not fully fit. He probably is a lot closer to full fitness now than he was at the start of the tournament, no doubt about it, because he's got the minutes under his belt.
I think the pressures are huge. It's Yamal's tournament, one of the faces of the World Cup, and like if he wasn't, so he wasn't full fit going into it, so we don't know where he is. But yeah, it's a massive, and it's not like he gets the ball as much as like anyone else gets it. I think probably Rodri will touch it more in terms of possession, but in terms of like, here you go do something, it's him.
Yeah,
always him.
Yeah, it's not as you say, it's not as much possession as much about the look for moments, him, and then he has to make that run. They might not go for it, but he constantly has to be the one that's either a decoy or the main person they get it into, and then everybody gets off their seat, and it must be very kind of pressurised, that situation.
No, I think this semi-final is probably the perfect blend of styles. Like Spain will get to do what they want to do because France don't want the ball, and Spain will come out of their half. So France are like, as soon as we get that, let's see what these fullbacks have got. Let's see.
The Spanish midfield are going to get so much touches of the ball. It's then what you're going to do after that. If you give up possession after that, you're going to get kind of found out at the back, or do you create the chances that one of your forwards then scores a goal?
And we're going to see how good this France defence is as well. Like, they've not really been tested. Saliba, Meccano, there's been moments where they've been good, but they've not been tested. So yeah, we're really looking forward to this one. Let's talk about England-Norway, because we have to. It was a weird game because like Haaland and Kane were shite, and they were the two fucking like two superstar strikers. Gash. Alexander Soloff had so much more of the ball than he should have done, especially when he should have played Haaland through when it was 1-0, absolutely blew. But then I think England defended that really well. I think there wasn't an obvious pass on.
It was, yeah. So the defender, I can't remember who it was. It was maybe Stones, I think it was.
Yeah.
He made a good kind of, he positioned himself really well.
Yeah, the angle was really well. It had to be
basically what he wanted to do is to say Soloff, basically you have the shot because it's on you, and then Soloff didn't have the legs to kind of go at it.
But for me, I'd be less upset if Soloff tried a pass and it got blocked, rather than just doing what he did, which was basically nothing.
I wouldn't even mind if he'd have gone a bit further forward and had a shot. It's the fact he's cut inside, and he's then cut inside again, and you're like, rubbish. You've not done anything there. You had two chances of doing something. If you didn't feel comfortable trying to get into the box, then as you say, at least try a pass, at least try and get into it.
It was one each at half time. Jude Bellingham scored a very good goal, but it did come after what seems to be a controversial moment, which I'm not sure it is. So,
but I think before we talk about it, I thought the Norwegian goal was good.
Yeah, Sheldon. Well, whether it was a shot or not, we don't quite know. It was a weird.
Well, Lee Dixon wasn't giving up any
tiny dinosaur arms.
I think Lee Dixon was giving him no credit whatsoever. But then Ronaldinho popped into my head. So listen, a goal was a goal.
Goes in.
Yeah. And then, sorry, go back to your next goal.
So, ball got played out. It may or may not have touched the spider camera wire, which then let it drop to Anthony Gordon, who first reacted quickest. There was then, he then had to go down the line. He then had to play a really good ball into the box of Bellingham, who then 4 defenders decided not to go anywhere near him, and he finished. So I'm like, we can look at, and it's like FIFA have released a tape that shows there was no touch on the wire because of the magical snickle thing that they definitely don't doctor to fucking suit whatever narrative they want. There was still a lot to happen for that goal to get scored. So I'm not having that Norway were robbed of a fucking that. It's just like it hit the wire. Everyone had to react to it. No one moaned on you. No one moans on the pitch that it went.
I think the keeper might have moaned about it.
Right.
But I didn't see it at the time. I didn't see anything about it at the time.
Someone sent me it that night, and I'm watching it like 4 times going, I still can't see it. I don't know what the...
Yeah, the only thing that makes me think it happened is the way the ball just seems to fall out there rather than...
Yeah.
But that's after about 3 looks at it. I've never ever spotted it during the live feed.
It's not like
and as you say, the biggest thing that I've always said in these situations when people talk about, oh, we've been cheated, this, that, next thing, it's like, but you've conceded a goal, and you've conceded a goal not because of that, but because you've let Gordon get through, you've let Gordon make the pass, you've not picked up Jude Bellingham, who is one of the players of the tournament, who you know is that kind of player who can finish when it gets inside your box. You know, and even if you've not defended it well, so it's a good goal. Do you know what I mean? It's, I don't think you can just kind of go back on every single thing that happens.
I think that's what's fucking tiring me. Every fucking decision is getting, the fucking corruption in FIFA against, and this team's had 7 fouls per yellow card, and this one's had 14. Oh, fucking bore off. Fucking just enjoy the football. Can we talk about the football? Can we talk about the goals? Can we talk about stuff that happened? Every pissing decision. Like, the Haaland push on Elliot Anderson, and the NBA is called a flop, right? Anderson's felt the pressure. He's gone down. Fair play to him. Fantastic acting. You won a free kick. Job done. Like, it's not cheating. It's not corruption. He's bought a free kick.
I think Haaland actually pushed him. I think
it was a push, but it's like the way, remember there was when Di Canio pushed the penalty. I can't remember David Ellery. He fucking goes back like cartoon fall. And like, he's pushed him and he's fallen down, but he's definitely like bought it. He's gone down with more force than I think the push. Like, so Arsenal made that push 7 times in the one corner.
I think,
but it's not cheating. And then there was a push on the big centre back when Haaland hit the bar. But to me, he's just been like plainly nudged off the ball in the air. So
the issue that I've got with the Haaland one is they'd already been warned, and Haaland should just then not put his arms out at all.
They never do it. The scissor, if he talks to them, they're hugging again all the time.
I know, but it's like, come on to grips. Just,
I know.
You've cost your team a goal because you've put your hands on somebody else when you've been told don't do it. It's ridiculous. I think this is the thing about VAR as well. It makes people want to re-ref the games, and it makes them go back and well, why was VAR not in this one? Beg on to that one, and this, that, and the next thing. It's just like, I just get rid of VAR because it just causes more chaos than it actually is stopping.
It really does. Norway for about 70 minutes were probably the better team, and then seemed to just gear up. And I think we're not sure, was Haaland injured? Was he struggling?
I can only imagine there was something, because they're not going to bring him off unless he's injured or he's got some sort of...
Maybe you get a set piece. Why would you not have your fucking 6'5" Norwegian centre forward up front?
Well, if you go to penalties, you want him to take one for the ice cool Viking.
England ruined my evening in 2 ways. One, they let it go to extra time, so I didn't get to get my nap in, and then scored straight after it to fucking. Then we have to watch 30 minutes more of this shite. You don't do that.
Did you not have your nap?
Did you not do that 10 minutes ago? I'm not watching this. I tried to go to sleep. Fuck it. I didn't manage it. I didn't fall asleep. So I watched Argentina the next day. I was like, you could have scored that 10 minutes ago and gave us all a fucking...
I think they were trying to. I don't think they were deliberately waiting for 5 minutes at the...
Yep, just to fucking annoy me. The goalkeeper, who was the hero against Brazil, fucked it. And Bellingham, fair play to him, first to react, scored. England go through.
So you were talking about Kane and Haaland not turning up. That's when you need somebody else to step up. And obviously you've got a world-class player, Bellingham, and he truly obliged and he stepped up.
He did. He's been fantastic.
What did you make of the interviews after the game?
I saw it the next day, and I've not really watched them because I don't really give a fuck. But I get there was like, he asked Tuchel about it, and Tuchel was like, "Great mentality, but like bad performance." And then the guys went, "Well, Tuchel said you were shite, mate. What do you think of that?" And they're like, "It's shitey journalism, and he knows what he's doing."
I think I feel a wee bit sorry for Bellingham for actually getting drawn into it and kind of falling for it, but it was such a shitty way of asking that question. It's like you've not given him time to actually read or look or see what the manager said.
He scored twice in a World Cup quarter final,
but it's your own team. I don't get it. I mean, that's the team that you want to get to the final. That's the team that you want to win the World Cup.
The English press have always done this.
I know, but it's like sabotage. It's self-sabotage. I do not understand it.
I know.
It's crazy.
Dude, amazing game, mate. You scored twice. How do you feel? Mate, your manager said you're pish, mate. Fucking hell, you held him. That German cunt fucking calling you shite. Oh.
And you know there's already issues between the two of them, or there has been. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand.
It'd be fantastic if he played crap the next game and blamed the press or something. Or
it's just
your fault getting in my head. It's shocking self-sabotage. It's mad. Speaking of self-sabotage, Argentina, Switzerland. So I watched this on Sunday morning, and as in McAllister scores early on. Oh, what annoyed me! I avoided everything. Didn't look at any didn't open Twitter. Didn't open anything. In the John Walker's betting chat, was an Australian guy put McAllister's had 4 headers on goal this World Cup. Got him to score from a header, and he'd put that bet. And I had gone to bed. He'd put McAllister to score from a header. It's like, you bastard.
Well, it's funny because
it was like 21-1, and I would have definitely put a quid on that.
I looked when I was doing my predictions for that game, and I was like, quite a spread about who's scored and who's not. Like Fernandez had scored, the 2 centre backs had scored, and I was like, McAllister's due a goal, and it was between McAllister and Lautaro Martinez, and I thought, well, I'll go with Martinez. I don't think he'll start, but he might get called upon. And to be fair, he did score as well. But then I saw McAllister score first. I was like, yeah, I kind of just had that sense. I just had that bones that he was due a goal.
I knew in my head that because I wasn't awake to see what bets people were putting on that chat, it's like, they're definitely going to win because I'm not there to fucking sabotage it. and someone's came in. John's didn't come in again, but someone's did come in. But then I thought Switzerland were really good. I thought they played really well. They showed more endeavour than they did against Colombia. I think So, who came in, they kind of missed. I was missing Manzambi, but So came in and added some energy. Darren Doy, I think, has been brilliant on that left flank.
I like Darren Doy.
Yeah, he's done well. Embolo, I've been not impressed by, but I think he only appears every 4 years like a fucking the Candyman. You call him up, say his name 3 times, and he appears
for
the World Cup. And they worked so hard. They played really well. They had the possession. They were pushing Argentina back. Argentina looked out of sorts. Messi's worst game of the tournament. And they get the goal, and you're like, fucking go on, Switzerland, you can do this. And part of me going, please don't do it, because England are going to fucking destroy yous. But yous could do this. And then Embolo did the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. You're going away from goal. You're on the halfway line, and you fucking dive when you're on a yellow card. Scott, what
was a bad dive as well? It wasn't even a good dive. It was crazy.
Yeah, but if you go try and win a penalty or something, fine. But you're going to win a free kick on the halfway line. Well done. What the fuck?
Yeah, you cannot make it make sense to it. It's just bizarre.
Argentina are desperate to fill you in the halfway line. It's all they do all game is fucking charge into you. Like, you don't need to dive. And then the conspiracy theories start, because if he hadn't have booked Paredes, which he did, because he thought Paredes had fouled him, then they don't get to look at it because it's not a yellow card decision. So what the conspiracy has, Scott, is the referees booked Paredes so that they can go to VAR, so they can send off Embolo. That's FIFA. Oh, these monsters! Fucking, it's like, what?
So I don't know what. So I'm trying to get this to work my head. If he saw Embolo diving, he would have got booked for simulation anyway, would he not?
Yes, exactly. The common sense thing is, well, yeah.
Or do they think he didn't think it was he didn't realise it was and somebody said, just put Paredes so we can have a wee look at this, and
this is Gianni. We need to book Paredes so we can look at the fucking the amount of jumping through hoops people got to do to fucking make up these things. Like it looked the first thing, it looked like a bad tackle. Paredes is known for a tackle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's booked him, and then they went, oh, actually,
which by the way is quite a common occurrence for Paredes to get booked. That's not a leap into imagination of anybody.
What is interesting is the interpretation of the mistaken identity law. Because this is why one of the things was brought in. I think it was Arsenal Chelsea, and he booked one Arsenal player, and then he sent off the wrong one because he thought it was the wrong player.
Yeah,
and that's what it was brought in for.
Actually,
yeah. It was like, well, no, actually, you were the one that was getting booked, so we'll take that back. That's what it was meant for. There's been no mistaken identity here. He knows he's booked Paredes. That's the guy that I booked you. That's fine. It's a mistake, not a mistaken identity. You've made a mistake. It's not. You're looking at it.
Yeah, but is it not kind of he's made a mistake in identifying who made the foul? And listen, I'm I think devil's advocate. I'm not trying to say so that's how I would go with it.
With the mistaken identity, you're not allowed to re-referee the game in terms of when you watch and you go, well, actually, he did that instead. That's not meant to be what, and that's exactly what they did. Yeah. So in a sense, it got the right thing. Like Paredes, it should have been Paredes' yellow card removed. But I think technically you're then not allowed to punish Embolo for what he did because that's not the mistake that he made, kind of thing. Like
I think the dive is so bad that I probably would have
deserves. I said on Twitter, it deserved the fucking yellow for the ridiculous. Yeah, try and win a penalty. Like try that. Like something like fucking. And then from that point on, you're like, well, that's Switzerland. Fuck, you ruined your chance of getting to a World Cup semi-final. And I don't think they created. Maybe it was a Jacques had a shot from outside. There wasn't really.
Yeah, it's got to be. You know that the momentum's against you. It's Argentina, and I think that's what happens, and it's happened throughout this competition. Is the mentality, which is hard for Argentina to kind of deal with, is the mentality to begin with for teams is, oh, this is Argentina, this is a World Cup winners, this is our chance to prove ourselves. So they go flying out the traps, they cause problems. Same, like Egypt was exact same, and then it gets to maybe the last 20 minutes, and oh wait, this is Argentina, the world champions. They can do us some damage. We better sit back and just take what we've got. Yep. And then Messi gets a bit of space and big
Messi
ball.
had the chance at the end of normal time, which would have won me 40 quid. Cheers, Lino. Screwed his a right foot shot, which was his right foot. Tried to bend it.
I think somebody messaged him in his ear and said, "Listen, Andrew Gibney's getting money.
Go close. Just don't get it in. But go close enough. Tease him, bastard.
But obviously, we were talking about Messi. It wasn't his greatest game by any stretch. You said it was his.
I think worst of the tournament.
What does that say about England? The England game, does that mean he's ran his race? Or does that mean I'm going to show everybody I'm going to show everybody I'm still going to, don't you worry? That could be really bad for England, or it could be that he has kind of ran his race, but be interesting.
We'll get there in a second. And then Julian Alvarez was at 10 minutes from time, scores a fantastic goal, absolute screamer of top quality, curls at top corner, absolutely amazing. I think he deserved it. I don't think I realised how hard that he works. Like,
oh yeah, he does.
Like, absolutely ran his socks off, and I thought he was going to get pulled for Martinez, but he kept him on.
So that's what I remember most was in the last World Cup was just how much Alvarez ran around for Messi, essentially. And you go to the channels, he would beat up defenders, he would chase after everything.
And I mean, that's going to be interesting the next game. Obviously, Martinez got his fucking jammy goal at the end. He fucking taps it in, and Scott gets his 2 points in predictions, little shite bag. And Argentina win, which sets up one of the classic World Cup matchups, England-Argentina. And Scott, there's two ways this can go, right? There's the England revenge game. Revenge for 86. Revenge against the hand of God. Redemption. We've finally got past those Argentines. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we've retired Messi. Messi's done. We've retired them. Bulldog spirit. Or there's the England can't beat their demons. Can't beat what is, I think, an inferior Argentina team. I think man for man, England are a better team. But there's something in that psyche of, it's Argentina. It's Messi. It's the world champions.
So I argue that England aren't the better team. I think they've got maybe the better players, but as a team, I think Argentina.
I said man for man. I think they're a better team in terms of like individually.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't use the word team. Yeah. And it's that kind of weird kind of thing because the thing that I think makes Argentina so good is they are a team behind one man essentially, and they'll follow this man wherever he goes. But I think, listen, the redemption story for England's already happened. It happened in 2002 World Cup. They told us all about it when it happened. Beckham's penalty, that was a redemption. Argentina getting papped out in the group stages, that was the redemption. I mean, Bielsa managed that fucking fiasco, so there's no surprise there. His World Cup record is in the toilet. Just wanted to get that out there. I think it's going to be a fascinating game. I don't think either team you can totally discount. I think when you look at England and you think, oh, but who's going to save them? You've got two. You've got Kane and Bellingham, and Gordon's turned up. It may not have had the greatest game against Norway, but he still created an assist.
Yeah,
he still did really well against a good right back who was injured, obviously. Saka came on to a game in the second half. I think the biggest thing that we're going to have to work out is whether they can play Rice, how fit Rice is. I think Rice reminded me a bit of Scott McTominay in terms of they had a virus
illness.
Yeah, and I think when you're running in that sun, training, and then playing a game of football,
Miami was
flying
40 degrees again. Yeah.
You're flying to the States.
And you can see he was trying to hit those corners. He was fucking everyone was just shite.
They do gassing attack.
No power, yeah.
So
then who goes beside Anderson if it's not him? If it is Rice, how fit is he going to be? Like, who tracks Messi? Because he's going to run around, find gaps. Like, do you trust Gay or Konza or those guys to have the discipline? Like, that's a tough one.
Do you play Reece James? I think you do, but would you play with right back or do you play in that midfield position if Rice isn't fit? To hold us
Alvarez chasing down the centre backs who have been
most suspect. The most suspect of the England team has been the defence,
especially when they've been pressured. Like, they gave it against Mexico a few times. Norway did it as well. That's definitely I
think the mentality of Pickford's maybe not going to be great for you because he's going to be really up for it. But I think that kind of works against
them. Yeah. That's fine.
But in the same token, Argentina's defence hasn't been the greatest until they have to defend for their lives, and then they do it. But they don't always do that in the first half. It's kind of sometimes
I think they can be caught on the break, but whether England need the pace of Gordon, like, to expose that down that side, that's a good battle down there. Like,
so it's going to be very interesting.
It's two really good semi-finals that could go. You could give me any combination of the winners, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
which is what you want.
Yeah, exactly. And I think all four merit their positions. I think the only one that I didn't.
Scott, it's a conspiracy because it's seeded these four teams 1, 2, 3, and 4. They made it through to this. This is what FIFA want from the start.
The only one that I didn't see coming was England. I thought they would get put out in the quarterfinals, but I thought it would be Brazil, not Norway.
Then they would have fucking destroyed Brazil as well. But
I'm talking about the start of the tournament. That was just my predictions. So it's kind of fallen into place of where I thought it would. Apart from that, and England have deserved to get to that stage. So it's very intriguing.
I've seen
a lot.
I think I've been more impressed by England. Some of the English fans on Twitter that I know, they're like, "Oh, we've played like two good halves." They're a bit. You've done enough to get through, and I think that's all you need.
I also think England don't appreciate opposition teams.
No, they don't.
So they just like, we're England, we should come in, destroy you 4-0, and you'll be happy with that.
I've not seen that as much from the people that I know, either on Twitter or I don't.
I just feel as a collective. Do you know what I mean? It's like this isn't why they're happy as such. But yeah, listen, I understand it. They did the same thing with Southgate last time round. They got to the final by not playing particularly great. So that's maybe a concern as well because they know that the big teams are coming up. The two biggest games for them are the semi-final and the final. If they beat Argentina, which is a big if because it's a big game, I think is finally poised for either side to take. Then they have to regroup and go again against Spain, who they lost the last final to, and who are, I think, a better team.
Yep.
And then the other opportunity is going to be against France, who I think are far superior and who will absolutely take that defence apart.
And it's a shame, Scott, because the Finland make the final. I can't watch it, so I'm going to miss that.
What? If they make the final,
can't watch it. I'm going
I don't know how you're going to miss it, because you live in England, so I'm imagining it'll be on a big giant screen outside your garden somewhere.
No, he's cancelling headphones. We're going to go into the fucking hills somewhere and just.
They'll beam it on a big hill. There'll be a big hill.
Beam it on the moon, fucking.
You won't get away from it.
I was going to go to the cinema, but I thought, no, if I walk out and the fucking one, I'm going to be in the middle of town with those bastards.
I'll stay away from the city centre.
Yeah. I think it might have been the Euros when I was making YouTube content. I made like 4 videos. I just like sat my headphones on, my wee FM world, ignoring everything, like fucking got a little bit drunk making
You would
YouTube
have
videos.
to, I think, if they're in the final and they're winning or win, I don't think there's any noise cancelling headphones in the world that will work.
I think they've only it's only Ian across the road who.
No. These are when everybody jumps in. This is when the wee grannies are 90. And listen, fair play. I don't deny them the success in that sense. Of course, you're going to be celebrating.
Yeah.
But this is where you get absolutely everybody, and they're going to have tea parties outside in the streets, and they're going to be Union Jacks.
I will find somewhere. I'll fucking find somewhere.
Union Jacks flying from every single window.
And not to end on an even more negative note, I had an even bigger worry. So if they win this World Cup, right, it's going to get worse because that stigma of not winning it is gone. So there's going to be because I always got that, maybe we're not going to get through. There's always that doubt. That's gone. And they're going to fucking believe for the next 40 years that it's destined even more. And I'm not sure if that's even worse than them actually winning it.
I'm not sure it can get any higher.
No, it can. Because I've seen it every tournament that I've been here. The euphoria's kind of died at the start. Like, they're not as sure. Because we're not as good and it's been behind now. It's going to be that's fucking gone. That doubt's gone.
Yeah, you could be right.
And it's going to be, we're going to win another one because we did. Oh, fuck me. It's killed me. I'm going to live in fucking Acapulco or something. Fucking.
You chose your life. You have to stick with it.
I did. I'll take anywhere. Send me somewhere new. Scott, anything you want to add before? What's the final? Go on.
France, Argentina, round 2.
I'm going France, England.
Is that you going France, England in the hope that you trip yourself up and that it's...
No, I genuinely think England are a better team than Argentina. It's just whether they can actually do the performance, but I think man for man, they're a better team.
I wonder if going into this game, it means a lot more to Argentina than it does England. And that'll galvanise Argentina.
I don't know. I suppose every game is Messi's last game, isn't it?
It's not even anything to do with Messi as such. It's the whole Falklands War. It's the Maradona thing. It's the fact that England have never ever given up on that. It's that they feel slighted by England, especially. And I think
I think it's one of the biggest derbies we've got in kind of like international, outside of the continents. Because Argentina fans still like if you're not jumping your English, like they sing that, and there was there was like Falkland songs on the pitch, wasn't there, that people always
And I think it's those sort of things that Argentina, especially South America, but Argentina especially, just use to galvanise themselves. They just go, do you know what? I don't care who wins this World Cup. We're just going to make sure it's still you.
I think on the flip side, England have that same thing of like, this is a team that's like maybe giving you the most hurt as a nation. Right? This is the one. If you vanquish the Argentine demons, there's nothing left that can stop you.
I think it's Germany. I think they always still think it's Germany. I think that England think they don't like Argentina. I think they want to be Argentina. Yeah, I think the fans would, but I don't think this is the thing. I don't think that translates into that England dressing room as it does Argentina's hatred for England into that Argentinian dressing room.
Yeah, I think maybe fan-wise.
I don't think Kane cares. I don't think Bellingham cares.
I mean, I'm not sure if players care at all anyway. Like, I don't think...
I usually agree with you. I think Argentina's different. I think that's... I think they'll drag them. I think
Yamal made some comments after they went through saying, like, France should fear us. And I think they were taking a little bit out of context. And I had Stefan going, shut your mouth, young man. I was like, they're all mates. They all fucking play for Barca and Real and they're all pals. They don't care.
supposedly,
and France should fear Spain because they're one of the fucking best teams in the world. The same way that Spain should fear France.
But supposedly, Mbappé made a comment before the last World Cup final, and he said, "Oh, it's usually Europeans that get the last few semis. It's always been Europeans that get to the semis and the finals. This, that, and the next thing." And Argentina used that against him. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not. I think that's maybe kind of playing up a wee bit to it all. But I think Argentina, it's just something. I think be all or end all. I think the Argentinian football team and the Argentinian fans actually hate England more than Scottish people do. I think Scottish people, it's more kind of, it is kind of banter and stuff. They don't want to see England doing well, support everybody else but England. Don't get me wrong, there will be a portion of them that goes over the top.
I don't hate England. I don't hate England as a place. I don't hate English people.
You live in England, so they tell me that. I certainly don't hate English people. I don't hate England.
No. But we just hate the thought of them winning the fucking World Cup. That's all it is.
Well, I think the media more than anything else.
Argentina probably hate like the people and that kind of all that more than It's going to be really, really interesting. It's going to be a fantastic semi-finals.
I think I tell you another thing. I think Argentina bring it into warlike kind of tactics and kind of dark arts and all the rest of it.
Oh yeah.
I think they take England into the trenches, and I think that's where they get them as well. Because England don't play their own game, and they start getting involved in that sort of
Argentina drag you down to their level kind of thing and see if you can handle it. Yeah.
And then
right, everyone, enjoy the semi-finals. Hopefully, we get an outcome that means I can watch the final. And if someone else wins it, I will watch the final back afterwards. Like I will watch in a joyful way. I can't.
You haven't watched the final. Even if I got it,
I'm telling you, I didn't watch the last two Euros finals.
You watch it.
I didn't watch the last two Euros finals.
Well, that's a shame for you.
I know it is.
Good to see England getting beat.
Yeah, but as soon as I watch it, they'll win. So I'm 2 out of 2 so far. So
fair enough. Yeah, don't you watch it?
Right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please give us a like, give us a subscribe. Try and
ask questions, anything that you want.
Yeah. From me and Scott, until next time, enjoy the games. Bye for now.
Bye.